Back with another video. A lot of you guys have actually requested how I stay in shape while working a corporate job and also how to get back into shape. So this video will be broken down into two parts. But yeah, how to stay in shape while working a corporate job is a question that I would get asked all the time, and I still get asked how to do it. And in this video, I kind of want to break it down and kind of best practices and things that you can do to help you stay in shape. So the first thing that I would say is that you really have to understand how to maximize your training. Quite frankly, a lot of people think that to build a physique and to stay in shape, quite frankly, you need to be in the gym every single day. And while it would be beneficial to get an hour of exercise every day, quite frankly, you don't really need to do that. The best solution, especially if you're working a corporate job or a job that is very time consuming, is to actually do less. Doing less is a lot more, and that also comes into the scope of your training. When you're working a corporate job, like for example, for me, it was investment banking, where you're working really long hours, you're really stressed, you're in a time crunch. All these things are stressors. And when you add working out to that, that's an additional stressor. So you don't want, working out can be euphoric, but at the end of the day, you are kind of beating yourself up. And if you're not giving your body enough time to rest and get adequate amount of rest and recovery, it cannot perform well enough in the gym. And quite frankly, you won't even see the results from your training sessions. So the first thing to do is to actually take a step back and try to go to the gym 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week. 3 to 4, I always found was a sweet spot that I was still able to see really good results. The next thing that I would also say is that you have to learn to work out from home, which I know is going to be a bummer for a lot of people, but if you're working a corporate job, you genuinely have to learn to work out from home, because sometimes you're going to be having phone calls all day and you're going to be having meetings all day. So you need to learn how to work out from home. So that encompasses really 2 things. The first thing is that you have a proper home gym setup, and it doesn't have to be a lot. I think quite frankly, if you invest in some resistance bands on Amazon and or some dumbbell set, maybe a pair of 20s and a pair of 5s, that is all you need. The second piece, which that also delves into, is that you quite frankly have to understand how to train and how to exhaust the muscle. So I won't go too much in depth on this, but if you guys want a video on it, as always, just let me know. I will gladly make the video. But for example, when you're training from home, you have to understand how to pre-exhaust the muscle, right? So how can I make those 20-pound dumbbells feel a lot heavier than what they should? And for example, what I might do is I might do a set of 50 dumbbell curls in a row, and then from there I'll really do a couple sets where I'm focusing on the eccentric portion of an exercise, or really the lengthening of a muscle, where I'm going a lot slower. And these are all techniques that you can use that will still yield really strong results, so that you can see the success from your training sessions while working out from home. So working out from home is a very crucial piece. The next thing that I would also say is really optimizing your diet. What it really comes down to is calories in, calories out. I'm sure if you watch any fitness, you've heard that saying. Even now, getting certified as a person to help train people, that is something that they teach. Calories in, calories out. It is 100% true. So how can you kind of incorporate this? For me personally, you need to be in a caloric surplus. So this is approximately 200 to 500 calories above your daily caloric intake. And if you're in a deficit trying to lose weight, it would be the opposite, 200 to 500 calories in a deficit to lose weight. Now, for me personally, I'm at a pretty solid weight, maybe put on a little bit more weight, so I might eat a little bit more here and there. But quite frankly, what I will do is I will make my food every Sunday, and then basically they're all in a bunch of Tupperwares, and I will have it pretty much measured out so I know what I would need to eat to stay at that body weight. And for me, the best and a really good practice is that I know that if I'm pretty much eating out of one of those Tupperwares, I will be at the same weight, because I know that the food's already measured and that I'll be pretty much set and good to go for the week. Another point that this will also tie into is that if you've not done the exercise to see how many calories you consume in a day to stay at your body weight or to get to your ideal body weight, then I would I would highly recommend that you complete that exercise. You don't have to do it for that long. I think maybe for most people about a week. But quite frankly, a lot of people after measuring their food for about 3 days, they kind of get a sense of how much is a plate of chicken, rice, and broccoli, how much is the granola bar that I eat for like a snack. These are things that you kind of will start to get the hang of, so you won't even need to do the exercise for that long. But it is an exercise that I would recommend everybody goes through just to kind of stay in shape. So that's what I would say for diet. And then the last thing too is also just like how to get back into shape, especially if you're working a corporate job, because I get hammered on this all the time. One of the most important things when it comes to getting back into shape is you actually just have to take it slow. Take it very, very slow. When you're getting back into shape, you can actually get a lot of results by doing a lot less. You don't just have to hop back in there. Oftentimes, when you just hop back in there, you'll really damage the muscles so much to a point where you won't even be able to get that many training sessions in because you'll just be out for so long from delayed onset muscle soreness. So what I would say is to kind of dial it back in the early stages. And another thing too is also don't be afraid to get a workout partner to help you go through your training sessions and to help you carry and get back into there, as it'll really help you stay motivated and help you stay, kind of consistent. But those are kind of all the tips that I have for staying in shape while working a corporate job and how to get back into shape. If there's any videos that you guys see you guys in the next one, and peace out.